All right, troops, lock and load because today we're diving into some hardcore military sci-fi action. We're talking mechs, time loops, and a Marine stuck in a never-ending hell of combat. That's right, we're reviewing Bad Dog by Ashley R. Pollard. Military science fiction across a holographic multiverse. I mean, come on, that title alone had my curiosity, but the book itself, that had my attention. So the book follows Sergeant Lara Tachikoma, a Marine squad leader in 2071, who dies every single day. Yeah, she's trapped in a Groundhog Day-style time loop, but with way more explosions, bullets, and bad decisions. Her unit is sent to investigate some weird alien tech hidden in Afghanistan, only to get absolutely wrecked by enemy forces, nukes, and these mysterious alien pillars. Every time she dies, she wakes up that morning and has to do it all over again. Again and again. Now, right out of the gate, this book had me hooked. First off, the military detail is on point. Pollard clearly did her homework because the dialogue, tactics, and squad interactions feel real. No over-the-top ooh-rah nonsense. Just soldiers doing their job, dealing with the grind, and occasionally cracking some dark humor to keep themselves sane. If you've ever wanted Edge of Tomorrow mixed with Stargate and a bit of The Expanse, Bad Dog delivers. And let's talk world building. Pollard teases a much bigger universe, and I'm here for it. We get glimpses of a larger conflict involving China, secretive government agendas, and the fact that these alien pillars might be gateways to other worlds. And we barely scratch the surface in this first book. This isn't just a story about a Marine trying to survive. This is setting up something huge. But the sheer amount of military jargon might be overwhelming if you're not into that. Also, the pacing takes a hit in the middle, but trust me, it pays off by the end. One thing I really appreciated about Bad Dog is how it avoids a lot of the usual military sci-fi cliches. We get realistic military operations, with Tachikoma and her squad making tactical decisions that actually feel grounded. They don't always win. They don't always have the right answers. They make mistakes, and because of the nature of a Groundhog Day-style story, they die. So when in the next loop they make a mistake and somehow survive, wow, that kept me on the edge of my seat. And yes, the protagonist is a badass, but not in the invincible, perfect action hero way. She's flawed, she makes mistakes, and she actually feels human. She's a Marine first and foremost, but she's also dealing with some serious mental strain from dying over and over again. Pollard, who is a cognitive behavioral therapist with a background in mental health nursing, does a great job showing how that starts to wear on her. It's psychological warfare as much as physical. You feel her frustration, her desperation, and eventually, her determination to find a way out. That said, Pollard also wrote for battle games and miniature war games magazines, so when the action does hit, it goes boom with a nuclear explosion. Quite literally. If you're into mechs, or dogs as they are called here, this book has some of the best descriptions of power armor combat I've read in a while. It's not just big stompy robots shooting things. It's tactical. It's intense. The way Pollard describes movement, weapon systems, and the sheer weight of these suits makes them feel real. And when things go wrong, oh my, you feel it. Another highlight is the mystery behind the alien pillars. The book doesn't throw a ton of exposition at you. Instead, it lets you piece things together along with Tachikoma. The way these portals work, the implications of the holographic multiverse, and what it all means for humanity. It's a slow reveal, but it keeps you hooked. Now, let's talk about the writing style. Pollard keeps things tight and punchy. No bloated descriptions, no unnecessary filler, just straight up military sci-fi goodness. The dialogue is sharp, the action is easy to follow, and the pacing, aside from that mid-book slowdown, is solid. I really enjoy first-person storytelling because it puts you right in the character's head, making every moment feel immediate and personal. But what I like even more is when the story switches to third person for other characters. It gives a broader perspective without losing that deep, personal connection. It's like getting the best of both worlds, an intimate look at the protagonist, but also a wider view of the action and stakes. Bad Dog nails this balance. Also, one of the best things about time loop stories is that no character is ever just a one-off. Someone might show up, die immediately, and seem irrelevant, until they pop up again in the next loop. Pollard plays with this in a really clever way, making every character feel like a piece of the puzzle. Tachikoma isn't just reliving the same day. She's interacting with the same people over and over, learning more about them and watching those interactions evolve. It makes the whole experience feel richer and more dynamic. And yeah, it also makes the losses sting a lot more when they happen. It actually reminded me of Edge of Tomorrow, where Tom Cruise's character slowly convinces the other soldiers by telling them, and therefore us, the audience, their own stories, their fears, their dreams, the secrets they never shared. Through that brief dialogue, we connect with those background characters. We start to care, and that's the kind of depth Bad Dog brings to its characters. And there we have it. Bad Dog is a must-read for military science fiction fans. It's got grit, brains, and some of the best mech combat I've read in years. Plus, there are 2 more books in the series, and oh yeah, another one, Gatewalkers, 2 Moons is on the horizon. Can't wait to see where Pollard takes this next. So, if you're into badass Marines, high-stakes combat, and unraveling the mysteries of alien tech, grab Bad Dog and strap in for a ride. And hey, if you like this review, please like and subscribe for more military sci-fi book breakdowns. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Burn bright and burn enough.